Sunny Deva. I'm from South Africa and I am an account manager at the Pearl Lemon Group. I've literally only been here for about 33 days. And honestly, in just that time alone, a lot has happened. So, in this testimonial, I'll just speak about first impressions, what I expected before joining the company, what actually happened in this short time, and a few takeaway points that I never thought I would have to experience in my short time here at Pearl Lemon. When I first joined the company, you have those normal thoughts that come up when joining a new company. Am I going to fit in? Am I going to mess something up? What if, am I actually the right fit for this role? And coming in, I thought it would be like most jobs that you get to. You kind of come in quietly, you put your head down, you don't say a lot of things, and you just try not to make mistakes. You just get up, you get to work, you work what you need to do, and then you go home. But one of the first things I was actually told when I joined the company was just to relax. Imagine that. Just relax. And that actually came as quite a surprise to me, if I'm being honest. Because in my head, and working in companies before coming to Pearl Lemon, it was always drilled that professionalism always meant being serious at all times. You have no jokes. You don't joke during the day. You don't bring personality to the company. You just work. And I was quickly reminded that at Pearl Lemon, it's different. Of course, the expectations are high. The job you're doing is professional. You're expected to do your job good, but you're still allowed to be yourself. And that actually made me feel a lot more comfortable from the start. For example, the vibe here in Pearl Lemon is really, really good. It's fast because people are working hard all the time, every day, but it doesn't feel like you're stressed in a bad way. You get that feeling where you just wish you don't have to go to work when you wake up. It's different here at Pearl Lemon. You don't have this feeling that someone is waiting for you to mess up or like you're going to get in trouble for asking questions. It honestly feels like people actually want you to do well. They want you to succeed in the role that you're doing. And honestly, it's something I haven't felt anywhere before. I'll give you a bit of insight. The team that I'm with, the account management team, made a big difference for me when I started. From day one, it didn't feel like people were being fake or people were forced to welcome me in because I'm the new guy that's joining the team. It felt natural. It honestly felt like I've been working with this team for years. And I know a lot of people say that when they join a company, that it feels like they've been working there forever. But it really helps me and you that's watching to really see the culture of Pearl Lemon and the culture of the team and who they really are. Um, they talk to you like you're a normal person. They care about who you are. They want to know your interests. They want to know where you come from. Background information. They genuinely want to get to know you, and that makes it a lot. It made it a lot easier for me to settle in. If I think of the training side, just talking about the team and specifically my trainer, they were really, really helpful and supportive. It wasn't confusing, it wasn't overwhelming. Things were always explained properly. It didn't seem as though I was forced to understand something because I needed to. It people were helping me to see that different company policies, different company procedures takes time to understand, of course, being in a new environment. But everyone was, how can I say, they let me learn at the pace that I needed to. And even though I had no experience within the company, so like you think of your abbreviations and company policies and company standards, although with that I don't have any experience on, the team didn't make me feel like I'm now lost for hope, if I could say that. They took their time with me, they helped me to understand it. And even with my previous experience of being an account manager in other companies, they didn't just push that aside, but they built on it, on the experience that I've learned. And just further on that point of support, they've given me responsibility within the team quite early on. But with that responsibility, didn't mean that now I was just left on my own to figure things out. If I needed help, someone was right there to help me. If I was unsure about something, I could ask. Even though I knew what was expected of me, I always got feedback on the things that I did. And this feedback wasn't just there because they didn't like me or because it was just for the sake of giving feedback or criticism, but it's tailored to help you improve in your work. Some companies, when you're doing something new, you get so afraid to ask for help or ask questions that you sometimes think, you know what, maybe it's best I just don't say anything and I figure it out on my own. Because I know that if I ask them, I'm just going to get shouted at, or I'm going to get given the side eye, as it were, or I'm wasting someone's time. But within Pearl Lemon, in just this month, that was never the case. And even with that, you gain a lot more confidence in what you're doing. And that surely comes from being trusted and supported by the people that you work with. And not only that, not being like babysat, if I could say, but it helps you to actually do the work that you come to do instead of just watching from the side. Many companies, they say that they're not going to give you work until you learn it completely. But at Pearl Lemon, with the trust that they have in the people that they hire, you're given the work almost immediately to do, and you're given ways on how you can do it. And like I said, you get to see people that help you if you don't understand something. And honestly, it's if you make a mistake and something doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. You just learn from it and you move on. And honestly, that whole way of training actually helps you to grow. Because like I've mentioned, I've worked in places where you're scared to ask questions, you're scared of trying to understand something. But it's the complete opposite here at Pearl Lemon. And because of that, you actually work better. I find myself working better, thinking clearer, feeling more comfortable to do my job that I'm here for. An interesting fact with joining Pearl Lemon is I joined during the festive season. And during that time, as you know, things are quiet everywhere you look. But what helped me was during that time I was learning the systems, I was learning how things work, how different teams work with each other, who's in that team, who I need to reach out to if something comes up. And that helped me to settle in because now I'm getting to understand the background of the company and like I mentioned earlier, the policies, the procedures, the wording, the abbreviations that have been used. And this helped me to settle in nicely because it doesn't feel like I'm being rushed. It doesn't feel like I started today and by Wednesday I need to know everything. But instead, starting during the festive season helped me to just slowly get into it and to understand the different dynamics of the company, um, so that I can be better in what I do. So yeah, overall looking back, it's just been a month here anyway. But I can honestly say that just from this month, joining Pearl Lemon was the perfect move for me. People do work hard, let's not forget that, but you're also not expected to know everything on your own and expected to get up to the level of professionalism everyone else has immediately. So yeah, I'm genuinely excited about what's coming next and what's going to happen in the coming weeks and months. Um, I'm learning a lot more, getting better at my role, and overall just growing as a better person in the account management team. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Hopefully that this is something that you also can enjoy and look forward to as you watch this testimonial. But yeah, have fun. Thank you.